Hello there, and welcome to, I think this is video number 5 in our tutorial, video tutorial series. So today we will be looking at annotations. So in the last couple of videos we have seen how to add media onto Arvest. We have seen how to create manifests. We've seen how to create, bring all these things together and start creating projects within Arvest. And the final step in the kind of basic functionalities of Arvest are adding annotations to our manifests when they are within a project. So let's jump right in. So we're going to start, we're going to pick off with our example project that we created in the last video. So I'm going to open that up. I'm going to close that. And I think we shall perhaps just focus maybe on one manifest. So let's close these other ones up. And let's just focus for now on our motorbike manifest that we created at the beginning of this this video series. So we'll start off simply. We'll start off with an image, and then we'll move on to audio-visual annotations. In fact, I should put this in full screen. So yeah, up. So we went over the interface of the workspace in the last video, and the interface of this window that allows us to navigate between different canvases within our manifest. And we saw that if we click here on the sidebar, we can open this annotations tab here at the bottom. So this media currently has no annotations. That's what we're going to be adding today. So, so once we start populating this list with annotations, they will start showing up here. But to do that, we need to add one. So we shall press the little plus button here. Up. And that is going to open up this side view menu here. So for image files, we're going to have essentially 3 different types of annotation that we're going to be able to use. The first is a note annotation. The second is a tag. The third is a manifest annotation, which is going to allow us to link to another manifest. And we have this last button here, which is expert mode, which will actually allow you to directly edit the kind of raw code of an annotation. So that's for more expert users if they want to use that. But we're going to be looking at these first 3 here for now. So let's add a note annotation. Actually, I'm not going to stay in full screen because I'm going to be wanting to go and look for things like links and things like that. Yeah, and in fact I'm also going to put the theme back to light because I prefer that for adding annotations. So here I am wanting to add a note annotation. So basically what this means is I am going to be able to annotate my image with textual data. So here I have my editor, which is actually quite complex. Well, allows you to create quite complex written text. This actually gets passed down to HTML, so you'll see that we can add things like links and even images and headings and bold and italic and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to, I don't know, call this annotation 1. And I'm going to put that in bold, for example. Let's just leave it there for the moment. If I want, I can also add a tag. So I don't know, let's call it a tree. Let's say we're annotating a tree. Let's do that. Let's not just call it annotation 1. Let's say tree 1. In case people haven't noticed that this is a tree. So I didn't mean to do that. So we could leave it there. I could just press save here. And you'll see that it comes up in my list of annotations now. You'll see that, so this is the tag I created, tree, and we can actually filter things by tag. So we could show only annotations that have the tag tree, if we like. And we can also filter annotations by their textual content. So if I type nothing, then it won't come up, and so we have all those functionalities there that we're going to be able to edit. At the moment, this is just targeting the media resource itself without targeting any kind of specific part of it. But if I come back here and I click edit annotation, I can actually create a target for this annotation. So if I want, it could be a rectangle like this, but I'm going to delete that just to show the different things. It can be a circle. I shall delete those two things I just created. But it can also be a complex path. So for example, I shall click line here. And so I'm wanting to outline this tree. I believe that those leaves are a tree behind it. Let's... I mean, anyway, this is just for demonstration purposes, so let's not lose too much time trying to be that precise. But you can see that you can, as well as rectangles and things, you can create complex path. I can press escape to finish the path, and now that has become the target of my annotation. So I can click save there, and when I hover the mouse over this annotation, you'll see that it shows up the target to it. We can also click onto it and it will select the annotation here. And so there we've created our first annotation, which is targeting a tree, which is telling us that it's a tree. If, I don't know, Wikipedia tree. So this is the Wikipedia page for trees. I could copy this link, and for example, if I come and edit this annotation again, I could add, for example, bold, turn that off. Learn about trees here. I'm going to select that, and this is the link button to add a link. I'm going to add a link there and save it. So now this is updated with content of my annotation, and you see this is actually a working link, which will open up the link that I made here, so we can go straight to the tree. So, you know, obviously not the most useful annotation, but this is just for demonstration purposes to show you how things are working. So I can go ahead and add another annotation. So this can just be a tag, for example. So I don't know, building. So if I don't want to have a textual body to my annotation, then we can do that here. I can add my rectangle, for example. So you see that we're in drawing shapes mode here. I can go to edit, which is just move that if I didn't make it precisely enough. There we go, and I can delete targets as well, so I can click on it or just delete all if I need. But yeah, so there we have created just a tag annotation, which is my building, and as we saw before, we can filter things. So here I just have my building, or I can add, I can just have my tree. There we go. So those are some basic annotations. And more complex and interesting annotation could be to link an annotation to another IIIF manifest. So let's say, so we're in the project editing workspace. So if we open up the manifest tab here, and let's say I wanted for some reason to link an annotation to this sculptures manifest here. I'm going to copy the link to that manifest by just clicking on it, and you'll see that's come up with path copy to clipboard, because I'm going to need that in a second. So let's create a new annotation. So we've seen note and tag, now we have manifest annotation. So if I paste in the link to this to the manifest that I just copied there, then that is now locked in, and that's all good. And like you can see that you can add like a textual note annotation. We can add content. So what could we say? Notre Dame sculptures. And let's say in this example that perhaps we identified that these things here are actually the same sculptures as present in Notre Dame. I'm not even sure. I think that's just signposts. But anyway, this is just to kind of demonstrate things that we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and click Save here. And so you see that our annotation has been created, and because it's a manifest annotation, there's also this details box that's been created. So if I open that, you can see that we have a preview of the manifest that it's been linked to, and I can press open. I just remembered that I am in full screen mode for this manifest, which is why I was furiously clicking on the open button and nothing was happening. But if I come back out of that, we actually see that it's been opened however many times I clicked on the open button. So I'm actually going to put it back into mosaic view. So I'm going to open this again, and if I click open, you'll see that it will open it directly within our project workspace, and that we can navigate straight to it in that way. And so you can see how we can begin to start linking documents together, and this can be actually quite a powerful feature. Those are some annotations for images that we've seen, but it's also going to be possible to start annotating some of our audiovisual data as well. So if I go back here to this video canvas in my project, I hit play here. I'm just going to pause it there, for example. So we see that we currently have no annotations on this canvas. So you'll notice that annotations are per canvas. So as I changed, the annotations disappeared because they're for each canvas. They target a canvas. So here I'm going to have to add, scrubbing bag there. I'm going to add new annotations for this audio visual canvas. And if I press plus here, you'll notice that that we find again the note, tag, and manifest annotation buttons, but we also have image and overlay annotations, which are new types of annotations. So we'll look at them in a second. So just to demonstrate, you see that we have, so here I'm really just going to call it annotation 1. You see that we've got all the same things. However, for the target, we can also now target a time frame within the video. So by default, the start is set to where we are currently paused within the video, or where we were in the video when we pressed the add annotation button. But we can change that in seconds when we're dragging along here, and then if we want, we can get more. We can add decimals to our 3.5, for example, if we want. But so yeah, we can choose our starting point like that and choose our ending point similarly. If we want, also we can scrub to a new part of the video and then hit this little time button here, so that it sets the end or the start to that. We can set them to the same thing as one if we also want to just annotate points in time. And then we can hit save, and you'll see that it will actually jump the video to the spot in the video where the annotation is. So they are time-based annotations. So that is for targeting pieces of time, let's have a look at these new annotations that we can create here. So first of all, we have an image annotation. So I can, for example, paste an image onto the video. So if I go back here and let's see this, for example, this is a tree. Why not use it? So we can copy the link to this image, or it can also be a media that we have on Arvest or something like that. And we can add the URL here. So we have that there, and we can press this little plus button here, and if we go to edit, that means we can start moving it around. We can resize it. Say, for example, if I want to cover these trees and do some fancy video editing and make it look like the campus is in the middle of a field or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, we could delete that and yeah. And then so we have all of our I don't know, a tree in a field. We can add all the stuff that we had before. The textual content, the time, start, end, all that kind of thing, and we can save as well. So that is now showing up as an annotation that we have there, and which will stay as long as it's within the time frame of the annotation and we have it selected. Let's come back to the beginning so that we can clear the screen a bit. The final type of annotation we can see is the overlay. So the overlay is going to be a bit like an image annotation, but except that we can create our own images, which can be quite complex. So if, for example, I want to add a rectangle and highlight something, I can select, for example, a border color and a fill color, which is kind of this transparent blue, which I might as well keep here. I can drag this here, and that will be part of my overlay now. I could add, I know, for example, an arrow. Let's make it a bit thicker. I can edit these things. So because it was thicker, it got a bit bigger. I can put that there. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm annotating here or why, but it's all good. So we can put that like that. We could add some text even. Hello world, and that's actually transparent, which isn't what we want. So let's put it in red, for example. And we can move that around as well if we like and make it a bit bigger. But yeah, so the idea is that you can really, and you can also start, you can click on a shape to delete it, for example, or delete all of the shapes. So this overlay that we're creating isn't the same as the target. It really is a visual. It's like an image that we're creating to overlay on top of the of our content, and it's like, for example, if we were highlighting parts of an image with using a highlighter, then this is the kind of thing that we're doing here. So I'm going to give that text overlay, and yeah, might as well let it use the whole thing, and we see that it comes up during the time that it will be selected and that it will be on screen. So those are the different kinds of annotations. And so just to demonstrate, let's say we wanted to link to this Notre Dame manifest. We could add a final manifest annotation. Right, give the URL there, Notre Dame, hit save, and you see that we can open this up here, and that's also working for audio-visual documents. Yes, so that is a very brief introduction to annotations within Arvest. So as you can imagine, I can go ahead and save my project, and if I create snapshots of projects and things like that, then the annotations will all be wrapped into the snapshot, and we can share all those things and it'll work fine. So that is pretty much the end of the basic updating my system. I shall not do that right now. That's the end of the basic introduction to the basic functionalities of Arvest. So as I mentioned, I believe at the beginning of this video, I'm going to do a final kind of basic video which goes into sort of taking everything we've seen from beginning to finish and creating a simple project with a bit more coherency than the kind of example media that we've been seeing for now, that really shows that takes up again how to add media, create our manifest, create a project, and the kind of things that we can do with Arvest. So if you want to sort of refresh yourselves over some of the things that we've seen, but in a more kind of in a context that sort of shows you how an example of how this could be used for research or for analysis or as an artist or something like that, then that will be coming shortly. Then I will be moving on to a set of tutorials of some of the more complex aspects of Arvest, notably using the API. So there will be a series of tutorials that will serve as an introduction to the API, so how to start using it, in Python notably. And then there will be a series of tutorials that go over some typical kind of media-driven machine learning workflows that show you how Arvest can help in those kind of workflows and the roles it can play in that kind of approach. So that's all to come. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, then please do not hesitate to ask them in the comments below. If you need any of the links to the things that we've seen today, then they should be in the description of this video as well. I shall see you next time, and thank you very much for watching.